Hey guys, welcome back! So the PlayStation 4 is already celebrating its 5th year of existence. So let me show you my 5 most played games on the system. Let's take a look. To be honest, my kid just spends way more time with a PS4 than me, playing Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 and FIFA 15. So in late 2013, the PlayStation 4 was placed on store shelves, first on the 15th of November in the United States and a few days later on the 29th in Europe. Japan only got Sony's brand new system in February of the following year. A brand new IP from Evolution Studios was being developed and scheduled for release alongside the PS4, but ended up suffering various delays and was only released a year later, by October of 2014. When Drive Club was finally released, it was crushed by the press, stating that it was incomplete and filled with problems related to the online mode. Can't really say anything related to that, because I only bought my very own PS4 in July of 2016 and by that time all issues were totally solved. As you know, all that bad press and negative feedback from players led to the dismemberment of Evolution Studios, starting by letting off more than 50 employees in March of 2015, and a year later the main door was completely and forever closed by Sony. Check my retrospective on Evolution Studios just by clicking on the annotation on the top right of the screen. I truly love this game, and for me it's still one of the best looking games on the system. And it plays awesome with the PS4 controller. So in this one we compete in racing events all around the world, in standard races, time trials, drifting events, championship tournaments in Canada, Norway, India, Scotland, Chile and Japan, offering an amazing day and night cycle and weather system. If you haven't played this one, well, you should! I'm a huge fan of Lara and the Tomb Raider franchise, so for me the 2013 reboot was totally awesome, and the Rise of the Tomb Raider is an amazing game also. In fact, I'm talking about the 2013 reboot. I consider it as one of my favorite games of all time. Its sequel is also an amazing game, but the Frozen scenario is not my kind of thing. Well, it's my kind of thing, but on rally games. Even so, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a phenomenal game, and I've enjoyed it every moment of it, and I only rested when I finished it. Again, still prefer the 2013 reboot, and I'm yet to grab the definitive version for the PS4. Evitan finished it both on the 360 and the PC, and I'm now playing and enjoying Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Staying in the adventure genre, Uncharted 4 was freaking awesome, but honestly, I preferred The Lost Legacy. What a ride, and I can't wait to get my hands on these two again. That sounded awkward. I can't wait to get my hands on a new Uncharted game with these two amazing characters again. Yeah. What a breath of fresh air, also because I was a bit tired of Nathan's butt, you know. It's a standalone expansion to Uncharted 4, but I don't see it like that. I truly enjoyed the sense of freedom exploring these beautiful remote locations, solving puzzles and killing bad guys in the process. I guess that I can't forget now about Indiana Jones and evolve to these new badass characters from the Uncharted series. But even so, I miss a good Indiana Jones game. And even a good Indiana Jones movie. Yeah.
Get them! Come on!
Okay. The trident was Ganesh's weapon. Oh, that works.
So, WRC7 was the last installment on the series, released back in September of 2017. I was really sad that for 2018, Kiloton, the developer of WRC7, focused their efforts towards the revival of the V-Rally series. It was a failed attempt to cash in, trying to take advantage of the nostalgia that the name brings to fans of that mythic racing franchise. Besides grabbing the V-Rally series, Big Ben, the publisher of WRC7, bought also the rights for the Test Drive franchise, and a Test Drive Unlimited sequel is expected to be announced soon. With that said, I guess that we won't see a WRC8 anytime soon from these guys.
Left one, 300 and finish!
So WRC7 is for me the best game ever to arrive from Kiloton and Big Ben, and since the game was released, then I religiously play it every single week to finish one more rally or championship and advance to bigger and influential teams.
In the right five.
There are tons of stages scattered throughout the enormous WRC season that can still amaze me after all this time. And have I mentioned the epic stages? Man, incredible stuff.
3 into bridge, 120. Square right, keep left, uphill, into left 4, long, 13, right 4, bumps, 100. Caution, hard brake, over crest, square left, don't cut. Caution, big jump, over crest, keep middle, and left 6, 100.
As you know, if you follow my channel since the beginning, you know that I spent tons of time around arcades when I was younger. I would venture into those obscure and smoke-infested places just like if it was my second home. And despite being incredibly difficult, Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts were titles that always attracted me due to its playability and audiovisual ambience. Cursed Castilla or Maldita Castilla was mainly inspired by the aesthetics of the Ghost series, but its plot is highly focused in Spanish history and mythology, stuff that I really love to experience in a video game. Gladly, the extreme difficulty of its spiritual brothers was left aside. The first level even functions as a sort of tutorial to set the mood of things to come and to get players familiarized with the controls. Back in April of 2017, this physical PS4 release and limited to 3,000 copies was announced and made available through Play Asia, and I was lucky enough to grab copy number 641 for my game room. I reviewed it a year ago, so please check my dedicated episode by clicking on the annotation on the top right of the screen. So guys, these were the games that really grabbed me in this couple of years since I bought my very own PS4. I have also a few more that I've already finished and loved, and others that I'm trying to get around, but unfortunately, free time is something really scarce nowadays. Tell me down in the comment section below the PS4 games that really grabbed you in these 5 initial years of the system's lifespan. Many of you will probably ask about Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, God of War, Bloodborne, Resident Evil 7 and even The Last Guardian, and my answer is that I'm waiting for the right opportunity to grab all those games at acceptable prices. Those were never priorities to me, so no rush. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next episode. Cheers!